Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Mary Jo Collins, the Receiver of Taxes, and on behalf of the town of North Hempstead, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to today's 2026 inauguration ceremony. We're grateful to have so many residents, elected officials, community leaders, family members, and friends with us as we mark this important moment in our town's history. In my role as Receiver of Taxes, I regularly partner with many departments and officials represented here today. The success of the town depends on this cooperation and shared dedication to serving the public. We are fortunate to have so many experienced and committed leaders joining us for this ceremony. An inauguration is more than a ceremonial occasion. It is a reaffirmation of our shared commitment to public service, civic responsibility, and the principles of good government. Today, we recognize the trust placed in our elected officials and celebrate their willingness to serve our community with integrity, dedication, and purpose. Thank you for joining us as we begin this new chapter together. At this time, I ask all who are able to please rise as the Westbury High School ROTC presents our nation's colors.
Color guard, attention, right, face, forward, march. Color guard, hold. Ready, front, carry, colors. Ready, cut, present, colors.
It is my honor to invite Captain Fred Shaw, United States Navy Reserve, retired, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Captain Shaw. Please remain standing as Westbury High School senior, class of 2026, Melanie Louise leads us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag
Thank you, Melanie. I now call, I'm sorry.
Colors. Ready. Cut. Left. Face. Forward. March.
Please remain standing as I now call upon Rabbi Dale Polikoff of the Great Neck Synagogue for the invocation. A gentle reminder, please turn off your cell phones if you haven't already done so. Thank you.
Almighty God, we invoke your blessing this morning upon those who have assembled today at this moment of holy convocation. It is holy not because it is in a house of worship, but it is holy because of the purpose it accomplishes this morning. It reinforces to each of us that in these difficult and troubling days, we live in a community and in a society where governance is still strong, still alive, and still there for each and every one of us. God, we ask for your blessings upon those who will be installed into office today. Some of them returning and others for the first time. Send your blessing of courage, strength, and determination to each one of them. Allow them to be your messengers here on this earth to bring the values, the morality, and the things that we hold dear to all of our society. We are privileged to live in a town and in a county that stands out here in these United States. It is a town and it is a county that allows each one of us, regardless of our faith, regardless of our beliefs, to live unafraid of persecution, of violence, of racism, of discrimination, and of anti-Semitism. We are grateful to our officials who stand strong and firm in ensuring that our town and our county will continue to uphold those responsibilities. We thank them from our communities and from the bottom of our hearts for all that they do. Allow me a moment of personal privilege to be able to offer my blessings to my friend, to my congregant, Yaron Levy. Like so many of you in official capacity, Yaron did not seek this honor, although he is well equipped for it. We look forward to his service. He looks forward to your mentorship and guidance. And together, we look forward to a continued outstanding town and country. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Polikoff. Please be seated. This is the hardest part, and I'll try to get through it and not mess up. At this time, it is my pleasure to acknowledge the distinguished guests who are joining us today. It is my hold on a second. Sorry. Their presence reflects the strong partnerships and shared commitments that help our town thrive. Public service is never accomplished alone, and today's ceremony is a reminder of the collaboration among local, county, and state leaders that benefits our residents every day. As I introduce our guests, I ask that you please hold your applause until all introductions have been completed. We have a pretty impressive list of people who've come to support our inauguration ceremony, so thank you for that. Representing Governor Kathy Hochul, Representative Joey Ramirez, Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli, represented by Joseph Galante, County Executive Bruce Blakeman, Nassau County Clerk Maureen O'Connell, Nassau County Comptroller Elaine Phillips, Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder. From the legislature, we have the presiding officer, Howard Coppell, legislators, Honorables Vivian Russell, Mazi Pillip, Delia DeRiggi-Witten, Samantha Guests, council members, Town of North Hempstead, Edward Scott, Christine Liu, Marianne Del Monte, and a number of our local mayors, Mayor Nora Hagginson, Michael Koblenz, Bonnie Parente, Pedram Brawl, Koros Torkin, John Popoleski, Kenneth Rasica, Barbara Dono, Paul Ehrbar. We have our Nassau County Republican Chairman, Joseph Cairo. And I want to mention Supervisor Joseph Saladino, Town of Oyster Bay, and Supervisor John Ferretti, the Town of Hempstead. If I have neglected to mention your name, it was not on purpose. So you're welcome, and thank you for being here. We now have come to the moment in our program that has brought us all together today, the administration of the oath of office to our town officials. It is my distinct honor to introduce our Nassau County Executive, Bruce Blakeman, who will offer remarks prior to his administering the oath of office to our town supervisor, Jennifer DeSena.
Thank you, Mary Jo. Thank you so much. Looking at all of these distinguished officials that are here today, it makes me wonder, is anybody working in government today in Nassau County? I'm not going to go through the whole list again because I don't want to miss anybody, but I did want to single out two people for selfish reasons. One is our Republican County Chairman, Joe Cairo, because I'd like to keep my job. Thank you, Joe. And I don't want to be held in contempt, so I want to mention our Deputy Chief Judge of the State of New York, Norman St. George, a Nassau County guy. I want to congratulate Melanie. Maybe she's gone back to school, I don't know, but that was a wonderful rendition of our Star Spangled Banner. Thank you, Melanie. Captain Shaw, you still look great in uniform, very sharp, thank you. Our distinguished members of the clergy, and to each and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen, it's a real honor for me to be here today. Nassau County is home to every race, religion, ethnic group, people of all abilities and lifestyles, and we are much different than many communities throughout the United States of America because we are a community that is caring, generous, and respectful. We respect each other's different points of view. That doesn't mean we always agree. That doesn't mean we don't engage in a hearty debate on the important issues of the day. But when it's all over with, like today, we come together. We come together as one people to celebrate the town of North Hempstead, to celebrate every person who resides here in the town of North Hempstead, and we do so with respect. So it is an honor for me to be here today. I first want to congratulate the other members that I won't have a chance to swear in, but great people. Ragini Srivastava, thank you as the town clerk. Robert Troiano Jr., Council Member District 1. Dennis Walsh, District Number 3. It's always hard to get Dennis out of Mineola. Thank you for coming over today, Dennis. And of course, your newest member, Yaron Levy. Congratulations to each and every one of them. I am blessed to have great partners in government, and today I get the honor to swear in a great leader, but more importantly, a good person, someone who really cares about the people of the town of North Hempstead. And we as elected officials, when people come to us with issues and problems, we don't ask their voter registration. We don't care whether they're one race or one ethnic group or of different faith. Our job is to help everybody, regardless of political affiliation, race, religion, ethnicity, whatever. And Jen is one of those people that does that and does it in a very, very high-class way. She really cares about all the people of North Hempstead and has devoted her life to making their lives better. Jen, you want to come up? Jen, is this your security detail or your family?
My husband,
Of course.
my son, and my brothers.
The brothers are here.
One son is missing, so they're standing. You're gonna hold this?
He's got a good excuse.
Okay. You're gonna do it like this?
Yes, ma'am. So, you're already raising your right hand. Say aye.
I,
State your name.
Jennifer DeSena,
Repeat after me. Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States,
to support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Town Code of North Hempstead,
the Town Code of North Hempstead,
and I will faithfully
and I will faithfully
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as Town Supervisor
as Town Supervisor
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, you're duly sworn.
Wow, how do you follow Bruce Blakeman? Except to say, thank you, Bruce. Your words and your leadership are truly appreciated and inspirational. Good morning and welcome to North Hempstead's 2026 inauguration ceremony. When people ask what I do for a living, I tell them I have the best job in the world, leading the communities and the people I love. Being your town supervisor is a tremendous honor. And I'm so grateful that you've once again put your trust in me to lead this community. And to my family, my husband, my mother, my sons, all my campaign volunteers, and every neighbor who supported me these past 4 years, I offer heartfelt thank yous. 3 weeks ago, I lost my father, Warren. I thank everyone who has expressed your condolences during this difficult time, and especially the clergy of all faiths, who have offered support and prayer for my family. I wish Dad could have been here one more time to see me take this oath of office because he was my greatest cheerleader and my hero. I loved and admired him and became a lawyer to be like him. He was an upright and genuine human being for whom kindness and integrity were calling cards. From him, I learned that family, faith, and fairness are our most important values and also limitless sources of strength. It is from his example I draw each day as supervisor, because without a focus on family, faith, and fairness, we cannot govern well. Without these values, serving our neighbors would be meaningless or self-serving. If these values that govern every action I take as your supervisor, I thank you, Dad. As we look ahead to the coming year, we do so at an historic moment. America 250, the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding. It's a time to remember that our democracy wasn't formed in foreign lands and distant capitals, but here in towns just like ours, where everyday people came together to shake off injustice, to speak their minds, solve problems, and build a better future. Not everyone knows the origins of North Hempstead. This was all considered Hempstead Town under King George, but the colonial farmers here, in the very villages and communities we now call home, disagreed with their loyalist neighbors to the south. In September 1775, some went so far as to sign a letter putting their lives at risk, declaring themselves a separate and independent district because they supported the revolutionary cause. As we honor that history, we have a responsibility to carry that same mission forward today by renewing the ideals of our forebears, by strengthening our local government, listening to one another, and ensuring that this town continues to reflect the values of liberty, opportunity, fairness, and limited government that have defined this great nation for 250 years. In that light, I remain committed to making North Hempstead a government rooted in the will of its citizens, carried out by its citizens, and dedicated to their well-being above all else. That means we must continue to deliver a transparent, accountable government, one that is a careful steward of our tax dollars, one that tends to roads, parks, and infrastructure, and allows you to work, run your business, and raise your family free from bureaucratic obstacles. We know this is an expensive world, and the cost of living only seems to go up. It's tough to save money, tough to buy a house, tough to raise a family. But these are at the core of suburban Long Island life, and these are what I will continue to prioritize. When I first took office in 2022, I told you that your taxes could decrease, something that hadn't been done in North Hempstead in almost 30 years. But we did it. And I'm proud to say that last year, our administration delivered its third consecutive tax cut, and we were Long Island's only town to do so. In the past, lowering taxes and increasing infrastructure improvements were mutually exclusive. But we showed that through efficient governing and conservative spending, the best of both worlds is possible in North Hempstead. It can be done because we're doing it better. 2025 saw major projects that will set our town up for success in 2026 and beyond, with some highlights including new management at Harbor Links Golf Course, a project that is already delivering record revenue for taxpayers and, for the first time in years, ensuring that all town residents have a fair and equal opportunity to use this world-class facility. More than 40 miles of town roadways repaved, 5 times the amount of the previous administration's average. Our $1 million LED streetlight conversion project, which had been stalled for years, replacing all 7,000 streetlights by this spring, cutting energy usage by 60%. Beginning and completing long-stalled projects that I inherited when I first took office, some of which went back as far as 2012. Partnering with the finest county police department in the country and the best volunteer fire service to ensure to ensure that we have the safest county in the country. And our ongoing transformation of our buildings department, which is already being recognized for improved public accessibility, transparency, and responsiveness. And we're still just getting started. Yes, there's a lot to be excited about in North Hempstead, but it's our people that make it happen. I can't do it alone. A special thank you to my town board colleagues. We don't always agree, but I am incredibly grateful to work with people who are dedicated to the well-being of our residents, especially from my colleagues who share our vision for a better North Hempstead. On a personal note, thank you to Nassau County Republican Chairman Joe Cairo for your ongoing personal and political support, your guidance, and your friendship. Without these, none of this would be possible. Thank you. Thank you to all our elected officials in federal, state, village, and county government who work with us whenever needed to ensure the best for town residents. I especially want to thank County Controller Elaine Phillips, who is with us today. Many of you may not know it, but it was Elaine who first encouraged me to run for supervisor and who has been a constant source of support ever since. Thank you. Thank you to all my commissioners and town employees. I can talk all day about our goals and achievements, but it only gets done through your hard work and dedication to your fellow neighbors. And thank you to my friends in CSEA Unit 7555 who represent our employees and who have been working partners in helping to achieve our goals. My father always said you can never say thank you enough. So again, thank you all for being here and allowing me to serve you. Yes, today is a great day, but tomorrow looks even better. God bless you and your families. God bless the town of North Hempstead, and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, Jen. To administer the oath of office to newly elected Council Member Yaron Levy of District 5, please welcome Nassau County Republican Committee Chairman, National Republican Committeeman from New York, and former Town of Hempstead Councilman, the Honorable Joseph G. Cairo, Jr.
Thank you, Mary Jo, and thank you for having me today. And Yaron, thank you. And congratulations to all of the newly elected officials and those who have been reelected. And regardless of which side of the aisle you sit on, you'll work together these coming years and make North Hempstead an even finer place. So congratulations to all of you. I don't know if you noticed in the back how Bruce Blakeman just jumped up here onto the stage. I'm 10 years older, so I cautiously walked up the steps. I could tell you a lot about Yaron Levy. He's a very distinguished man. First of all, his wife Natalie, and his children. Children here today, Ari, Adana, and Asher. Congratulations. I could tell you a lot about him. He comes from down under in Australia, went to Israel, served on the police department. Mazi's very proud of that, having served in the paratrooper corps over there. He served in the police department. He came to America. He's a very successful businessman, very active in the community, president of a local civic association up here on the Great Neck Synagogue board, where he serves with the rabbi. And he's a very distinguished man, very successful businessman. So what happened was we had a vacancy. Dave Adami, and I don't know if he's here today, but thank you, Dave, for your years of service. You did a great job in the town of North Hempstead. So we had a vacancy, and there were many qualified candidates, and they all came before our committee to see who would be carrying the Republican banner in the election. And after the committee met, Yaron clearly was the most qualified and who we felt would be the best candidate and the best elected official. So the committee met and a final decision had to be made. So I went home that night. At my age, you become reflective on life, and I started thinking about, you know, when my day comes, and I hope it's not too soon, when God takes me, I hope he brings me up and doesn't send me down. And so I thought to myself, you know, even though I'm a Catholic and I go to Our Lady of Lourdes in Malvern and go to Mass all the time, it would probably be good if I had a rabbi, my own rabbi, and Yaron is a rabbi, if I had my own rabbi who could maybe put in a good word with me, for me, with God. And so, Yaron, now you know why you finally were chosen as the candidate of the Republican Party. Ladies and gentlemen, newly elected Councilman Yaron Levy and his family, come on up. Don't hold your applause to the end. Yaron Levy. You guys good? You know, you talk about peace in the Pacific. It's the first time we've had anyone up on the stage with a pacifier. Ron, if you raise your right hand, put your hand on the Bible. You guys ready? You good? What do you want? You want candy? Mary Jo, you got any candy for later on? So Ron, if you raise your right hand and repeat it for me. I, Yaron Levy.
I, Yaron Levy,
Do promise
do promise
to uphold the Constitution of the United States.
to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America,
Constitution of the Constitution of the State of New York.
Constitution of the State of New York,
And the laws and codes of the town of North Hempstead.
the laws and codes of the town of North Hempstead,
And to faithfully discharge the duties
and to faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of North Hempstead Town Councilman
of the office of North Hempstead Town Councilman
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Good morning, friends, neighbors, distinguished elected officials, members of the clergy, members of law enforcement, and honored guests. I am deeply humbled and grateful to stand before you today as your town councilman. Among such a strong and supportive community that believes in service, responsibility, and the promise of working together for a better future. First, I want to thank Chairman Joseph G. Cairo of the Nassau County Republican Party. For your incredible leadership, encouragement, and commitment to the principles that brought us, so many of us, into public service. Your support and trust in me are so appreciated, and I am proud to represent our shared values here at the local level. I am also sincerely grateful to the incredible legislator, Mazi Philip. Your experience, guidance, and dedication to this county have truly set the bar for public service. I look forward to our continued collaboration as we strive to achieve what is best for the people we serve. And to our great county executive, Bruce Blakeman, thank you for all your support. It was a true honor to run alongside you in this past election. To the voters of this town, thank you. Thank you for placing your trust in me, for your confidence and for your belief that our town can continue to grow stronger. Whether you supported me or not, I want you to know this: I am here to represent everyone. My door will always be open, my ear always ready to listen, and my commitment will always be for the good of our entire community. I would not be standing here without the love and support of my family. To my incredible, loving wife, Natalie. Thank you for your patience, your strength, and your belief in me, especially on the long days when public service asks a lot of those closest to us. To my 3 beautiful children, you are my greatest motivation. Everything I do with the hope of leaving you a town that is safe, prosperous, and full of opportunity. As I start my term as the town of North Hempstead councilman for the 5th District, I do so with a clear sense of purpose. I believe in fiscal responsibility, honest government, and common sense solutions. I believe that local government works best when it listens to its citizens, respects their hard work, and uses their tax dollars wisely. I believe in the American dream, that with hard work and commitment, there is no ceiling on success. And most dear to my heart, I believe in respect and freedom of religion for all of us. As a descendant of Holocaust survivors, I will never forget, and I will ensure that no one else does. This is our time to lean in and proudly fight against anti-Semitism and all forms of hate affecting our communities. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter, not just for me, but for all of us. I am ready to get to work to earn your trust every day and to serve this town with integrity, energy, and pride. God bless the town of North Hempstead, God bless Nassau County, and God bless America. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Yaron. At this time, we welcome the First Deputy Chief Administrative Judge, the Honorable Norman St. George, for brief remarks prior to his administering the oath of office to our Town Council Member of District 1, Robert Troiano.
Good morning. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I'm Judge Norman St. George, and I am delighted to be with you here this morning and privileged to serve as the First Deputy Chief Administrative Judge of all the courts in New York State. And I'm delighted to be here to celebrate someone who truly represents the best of public service, Robert Troiano, Jr. I want to first congratulate Town Supervisor DeSena. Congratulations. Town Clerk Srivastava. Congratulations. And Council Members Walsh and Levy. Now, after hearing Council Member Levy's presentation, I know I have to put a little bass in my voice. Excellent comments. I want to thank County Executive Blakeman for all he does for Nassau County. I want to thank Supervisor Saladino for all he does. I want to thank Police Commissioner Ryder for keeping us safe here in Nassau County. And I want to recognize my brother, Chairman Bobby Kumar. Thank you for being here. Believe it or not, I met Robert Troiano 23 years ago. I know you're trying to figure out dates based upon my appearance. This was back in 2003 when we were both running for elected office. And you know, Robert, you look the same today as you did then. How are you maintaining your youthful appearance? Is that Clinique for Men? It's Sharon. Yes, your beautiful wife, Sharon. Robert was running for North Hempstead Town Council and I was running for New York State Senate, 6th Senatorial District. And like so many candidates, we were out on the campaign trail together, pounding, as we say, the pavement, going to community events, shaking hands, meeting people, kissing babies, and listening to what mattered most to people. Even back then, what stood out to me about Robert was his dedication. He understood that public service is about making a difference in people's lives every single day, whether it's solving a small problem or helping to guide the future of a town like North Hempstead. On the campaign trail, he related genuinely to every person that he spoke with. Robert mesmerized them with his intellect, his charm, and his class. When he gave speeches, he captivated audiences. He was, as we say, smooth. He won that election. I lost that election to the great Senator Kemp Hannon. I lost, but I learned the art of campaigning from the best. And the following year, thanks to Robert, I went on to win the election for district court judge. And I've been on the bench since that time, 23 years. Thank you, Council Member. Thank you. Council Member Troiano became the first person of African American descent to be elected to the North Hempstead Town Council, setting a lasting precedent for inclusive leadership. And we both share a part Jamaican heritage. As you know, he served multiple terms on the North Hempstead Town Council and later was elected as a Nassau County legislator. Legislator Troiano served with distinction for many years and as an accomplished and a trailblazing Nassau County legislator. Winston Churchill once said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." The town of North Hempstead is fortunate to have someone like Council Member Troiano, someone who has given so much and devoted decades of his life to public service and to Nassau County. He really is the epitome of a gentleman and a scholar. So congratulations to you and your family and your beautiful wife, Sharon. Please step up. Please raise your right hand. Put your left hand on the Bible and repeat after me. I state your name in full.
I, Robert Joseph Troiano, Jr.,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
for the town of North Hempstead
for the town of North Hempstead,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Where's everybody going? No, you can go. You can go. Bye. You know, this is my 15th swearing in, and I'm just as nervous as the first time. Where did he go? Thank you, Judge St. George. Oh, thank you. I don't think I have to give a speech after that. That was wonderful. You know, I'm making plans for. So I'm planning for my funeral. I want to know if you might be available to give my eulogy. I'm just going to play that, okay? Thank you. You know, we've heard that Judge St. George is the first deputy administrative judge of the state judiciary system, which means he's the second highest ranking judge in all of New York State. But knowing that just tells you what his title is, tells you what his job is, but it doesn't tell you who he is. And I want to share a little story with you to fill in some context for who Judge Norman St. George is. You know, today in Nassau County, when you vote for judges, you don't really have a choice. The Democratic Party, the Republican Party, and the Conservative Party all nominate the same candidates. It's really confusing to voters to see one name on every line. But that's being done for good and pragmatic reasons. We won't get into all of that today. But at the beginning of this century, that wasn't the case. And Democrats, Republicans, and conservatives fought viciously for those judicial positions, with the exception of Norman St. George. And leading the applause over there was Bobby Kumar, who had a great deal with setting up for the very first time that a candidate a judicial candidate would bear the endorsement of those three great parties. And he was chosen not simply because it was a pragmatic and practical choice, but because of his high principles, his enormous intellect, his unquestioned character. Put simply, Norman St. George represents the best of us. I am proud that he thought it not robbery to rearrange his schedule today so he could be here to swear me in. Thank you, Judge. I also want to thank the Westbury Junior ROTC for being here, for bringing the colors, and Melanie Louise, who sang the national anthem, and I think the county executive has left, but I will share his sentiment with her. They are scholars from the Westbury High School, where I am also a member of the Board of Education, and that was not a high school student, that was Trustee Robin Bowling, who's very proud of Melanie and the Junior ROTC. She is seated next to Trustee Rodney Keynes. They are joined by Trustee Michelle Wilson and also Trustee Mateo Flores to my left. As Supervisor DeSena knows, I like to tease that there are two kinds of people in the world, those from Westbury and those who want to be. And after seeing the Junior ROTC and Melanie Louise sing, I'm sure every one of you today wants to be from Westbury. Come on, show your pride, show your pride. I also want to acknowledge newly elected legislator Viviana Russell. Viviana is one of those that's actually from Westbury. She's a longtime friend of mine, and we have an interesting relationship because before, when I was a councilman the first time, Viviana succeeded me and became a council member. I then succeeded her and became a council member again. And I'd taken a moment where I was a county legislator, and she is now sitting in the seat that I had as county legislator some 10 or so years ago. I'm sorry? She is also the seat that was occupied by now Senator Sheila Bino, who could not be here because she's in upstate with, I think, the second session in Albany today. I want to congratulate my fellow colleagues in government who are being sworn in today, and I want to welcome Yaron to the North Hempstead Council family. I look forward to getting to know you and serving with you, and I wish for you that it is as rewarding an experience for you as it has been for me in my many, many years in government. And your family is absolutely beautiful and scene-stealing and show-taking. Well, I want to, of course, acknowledge and thank my wife, Sharon, who for the last 30 years has willingly, I think willingly, supported my near lifelong aspiration to make a difference in people's lives through public service. I think Norman was reading my speech when he... I also want to thank my two children you saw a moment ago, Keely and Travis, who have throughout their lives lived with the burden and responsibilities of being an elected official's child. Thank you for being here. We have a third child, Sharon and I, Chauncey, who is a musician, and he's on tour in France today and couldn't join us. But I want to thank him also, and all three of them. Your support has allowed me to serve the people with focus and resolve. Thank you. And Sunday was Travis's birthday. Give him a big round of applause for his birthday. Let me also thank Maria Bono, who for the last year has served as my right hand in town hall and sometimes my left. Thank you, Maria. And I'm sure you won't mind sharing some shine with your colleagues, Erin and Jane. I know the three of you work together as a team, and I want to thank both of you as well for helping me out and supporting me in town hall. Thank you. And I am, of course, thankful to the volunteers who supported my campaign and the voters who supported me in doing what I have nearly my entire life wanted to do. Thank you for supporting me in my ambition to be a public official. It was as a 7-year-old sitting next to my mother, listening to John F. Kennedy's inauguration speech 64 years ago on a very cold January 20th, 1961. It was then that I learned just what I wanted to do, what I had to do. It was that speech when John F. Kennedy uttered those immortal words. Most of you can repeat them after me. Some of you may be too young to even remember that. But if you remember, say it with me. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. A powerful clarion call for civic duty and public service. But it wasn't those words that sold me. It was my mother's enthusiastic reaction to them after they were spoken. That's it! That's it! She shrieked excitedly. And as a young boy, 7 years old, sitting right next to her, just me and her, I looked at her, and it registered with me that that was the secret to a good life. Unlike John F. Kennedy's words, hers have not been recorded in history, but they made their mark on me. With those simple words, she gave me purpose and direction that would carry me throughout the rest of my life. It's funny how such a small incident can have such a big impact. But it took me another 30 years to get up the nerve to actually run for election. It's a daunting challenge to put yourself out there and ask people to vote up or down on you. It's scary. But I put myself through the challenge 17 times now. Fortunately, successful every time. Thanks to you. It's funny that all the applause is coming from this side of the room. And thank all of you for the support you've given me. First for the school board, then for the town council, then for the county legislature, then back to the school board, and then back to the town council again where I am today. But it doesn't matter what the title is. It's the common theme running through all those roles that's important. A commitment to making a positive difference in people's lives. We all try to make a difference in people's lives in some way. Each of you here is making a difference in someone's life in your own way. For me, it has been as an elected official. It provides an awesome opportunity to help people in so many different ways. It can be as small as getting a sign approved to prohibit parking. That's Mary clapping over there. On the street so cars can travel safely down it. Or as big as building a $26 million intergenerational community center that is a home to children throughout the Newcastle community, a home away from home. I feel blessed to be in a position that would have made my mother proud had she lived long enough to witness any of it. But she would have been proud. Last night, I got a text from my mother's sister, who is now 98. Yeah, she texts at the age of 98. In fact, in her younger years, at 90, she actually climbed the pyramids. She is Maya Angelou's phenomenal woman, and I am proud that she is my aunt. She wrote me, just sitting here imagining Liz, actually she said Robbie, so they called me, imagining Liz, my mom, and Bob, my dad, really showing off up there, meaning heaven. They went to heaven, Joe, just in case you were wondering. You do them proud. Congratulations. So this is my 15th swearing in. Some of you are doing the math. He said he was elected 17 times, but he's only been sworn in 15 times. Well, 2 of those were primaries, and they don't coronate you after a primary. You have to run again in the general election. So this is my 15th time. And they are all majestic. I love them. The trappings, the bunting, and the flags. They are joyous occasions, but they are also very serious and solemn events where elected officials publicly renew their commitment to the people they serve, to serve them to the best of their ability. Therefore, I hereby renew my commitment to all the residents of Westbury, Carle Place, Old Westbury, Roslyn, and the rest of the town of North Hempstead, to wake up every day with a fire in the belly to make a difference in your lives. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for your support. Thank you, and have a happy new year.
Thank you, Robert. To administer the oath of office to Town Council Member Dennis Walsh of District 3, please welcome former New York State Senator and Deputy Secretary of Public Safety, the Honorable Michael Balboni.
Well, good morning, and congratulations to all the candidates that won. fantastic. Supervisor DeSena and Supervisor Ferretti, Supervisor Saladino, you're all a part of an important tradition that marks something we take for granted, and that's stability. Stability in government. You know, just the other morning, a populace woke up, and they didn't know what their future leadership was going to be. And they had to endure right now uncertainty and what is going to be facing them in the future. But enough about Minnesota. Let's talk about the town of North Hempstead. Dennis Walsh, somebody who looks you right in the eye and says, this is what we're going to do. This is how I want to accomplish everything. This is how we're going to work together. Dennis, former police officer in New York City, former village board member in Mineola for 9 years, somebody who has dedicated most of his life to public service, someone who comes to the town and says, I'm going to work with Supervisor DeSena to cut taxes, to make things stable for the working men and women of this town. He's going to come in and also say, by the way, the firemen and police officers, well, we need to take care of you every chance we get. And so what did he do? He decided that if you're a fire officer and you don't have access to a gym, you can use town facilities to work out and keep fit to protect all of us. That's a wonderful thing to do. But he's also focused on things that you might say are the smaller things in the world, but it's quality of life. So, Mike Tully, God rest his soul, one of my predecessors, great senator. His park is something that my family and I have used. What a great park. Well, together, the town has really done an investment in that park. That's a great quality of life. But then go to a smaller park that also I played basketball at, Broadway Park. What a nice place to invest as well. And that's a signature of what Dennis has decided to do. Invest in the things that are nearest to the people. You know, and the thing that also Dennis will do is he will get into the discussion. You know that he will be somebody who will not stand back and say, maybe it's not the moment to raise the issue. No, he'll raise it. But he'll also work with anybody to get it done for the town of North Hempstead. Councilman, please come up. Okay, who's going to hold the Bible? And who is this? This is my son, Neil. Yeah. He's joined by his son, Neil. A round of applause, Neil. Thank you. Raise your right hand. I, Dennis Walsh,
I, Dennis Walsh,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States,
to support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
Constitution of the State of New York,
the Town Code for the Town of North Hempstead,
the Town Code for the Town of North Hempstead,
and I do solemnly swear
and I do solemnly
to
swear
discharge the duties of the office of councilman
to discharge the duties of the office of councilman
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I'm used to going pretty much last. I don't know if I'm last, but I do want to say hello to my Irish cousin, Bobby. I think he's Robert's brother, but he's my cousin. So thank you, Bobby. I also want to note that, our office, I hate to call it my office, and I've been trying to tell Kay Farrell for 4 years to stop calling me the councilman, but that's a work in progress. That hasn't worked either. My legislative assistant is trapped outside of the United States because of what's going on in the Caribbean. There's no planes able to fly out. And basically, I work for Kay, so I'm somewhat lost around here. She's been gone for a while. This is my 6th bite of the apple here, and the first time I ran for office in the village of Mineola, I was sitting in the hallway an hour before getting sworn in with my friend, Mr. John DeVanzo. And I was sitting there trying to write something. And what am I going to say? I'm writing and throwing the paper down. And John said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm writing something for my speech tonight." And he said, "You know, I've been elected 13 times. I've never written a speech in my life because nobody's going to remember what you say anyway. So just look at the room and speak." So I do want to thank a lot of people, especially the employees of the town of North Hempstead and their president, Tom McDonough. I make it a point every place I go to shake everybody's hand, no matter who they are, because we wouldn't be here without them. And I hope people understand that. You know, I said this once before here, but I'm going to say it again. Several years ago, I attended a speech at St. John's University, and the name of the speech was "The Irish Peace Process, a Model for International Conflict Resolution." The main speaker was then President Sinn Féin Gerry Adams, Republic of Ireland. And among many other things, Mr. Adams said, "It's easy to demonize our opponents. We all do it. The difficult part is to strike an accord with our opponents." And I'm going to try to continue to do that. And, you know, we don't always see eye to eye or have the same mindset, but we owe it to the people to strike an accord and make as many accomplishments as we can. I'm not going to go over and over about what our accomplishments, because we heard them, other than the fact that we did have a 3 years in a row tax decrease, but I won't say that. I also want to speak about Broadway Park. Broadway Park was a very small park over where you take your road test, and it's been neglected. And, you know, because there's so many things to spend your money on, and for 10 years in a row, there was supposed to be money spent on fixing the fences around where they play handball and such and basketball, and they were rusted and rotten. And finally, the year that I got elected, you know, I have a big mouth, and I have a twin brother who is a fraternal twin, and when we were kids, my mother used to always say, "Don't listen to this guy, he's vaccinated with a phonograph needle." It's talking about me. Some people don't know what a phonograph needle is, but I do. I am outspoken, and maybe I'm sorry for that. Maybe not, I don't know. But Broadway Park, we got over $1 million from the third track corridor project, the Long Island Railroad project, and we spent it on two things, basically. One, County Courthouse Road, which is directly behind Mineola High School, and it goes from Jericho Turnpike to the train station, had no handicap accessibility ramps on either side forever. I don't know why, but they were never there, and I wanted to make sure that the handicap accessibility so people can walk on the streets. My wife can't be here today, but you know, I'm familiar with people that need you know, help getting around. You know, again, Mr. Troiano, Councilman Troiano, spoke about people from Westbury, and I like Westbury, but I'm from Mineola, and you know, I wasn't going to do this, but just because I want to brag a little bit about Mineola, the county exec from Suffolk County, Ed Romaine, is from Mineola. Mr. Tom DiNapoli, my senator, is from Mineola. Mineola is the only town that has 3 former board members in every branch of government. My family friend, Jack Martins, is in Albany today, like others, so he couldn't be here. But Mayor Martins, Mayor Strauss, and me. So we're in all 3 branches of government. And I'm going to keep this short because, you know, enough is enough out of me sometimes. But, you know, I just want to say that some people ask me why I'm here. I'm an old man. I'm 75. And why am I still here? So I'm going to respond to that with a poem by a short poem, I promise, by President Kennedy's favorite poet, and a comment, a line from a popular movie. The poem is "Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening" by Robert Frost. And it goes like this: "Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse might think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake on the darkest evening of the year. These woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Robert Frost. And more like coming from me, the line from the movie Tombstone, and just before Doc Holliday had a gunfight with Johnny Ringo, he said, "I'm just getting into my prime." I do want to note something, too, that we are the safest county in the United States, and that doesn't come by accident. That came by hard work by the Commissioner, Patrick Ryder, who happened to be a New York City cop as well, and Mr. Bruce Blakeman, and everybody else who's worked hard to hire 600 police officers. And we don't become safe by accident. And anybody who's was not in the police department don't understand, as a cop, what you see, what you touch, what you smell, what you deal with. It's not an easy job, and thank God that our police officers are there to help us, and thank you, Commissioner Ryder. Thank you very much. And I just want to end by saying that I truly feel blessed to have the people in the 3rd District, where I live since 1955, to support me, to vote for me, and to accept my ability to help. And I am especially, we go to so many things. I went to 8 Christmas tree lightings this year. I think Jennifer DeSena went to about 28. Maybe 38, I don't know, but I went to 8. And I am especially taken back when I stand on the steps of Williston Park Village Hall, right next to St. Aidan's, where I went to school, and the village that I grew up in, and it's just very touching. And I want to say something else, because we talked about rabbis. My rabbi is here also, Rabbi Pearl. Where's Rabbi Pearl? He might have had to leave, but... And I think we have 2 Rabbi Pearls now, because I believe his son is also joining him in the Shabbat. And I guess to end this all, I am going to say one more line that I don't know if I should do this or not, but I'm going to. When I was 23 years old, 1973, I was a young New York City police officer. And I was assigned to a detail for a man named Ishmael Tekoa, who was the Israeli ambassador to the United States. He needed to be secured because there was an attempt at his assassination at Kennedy Airport, and many, many death threats coming to the building he lived in. And that was when I was 23. Now I'm 75. And I don't think things got much better. They might have even got worse. So we have to understand what's right and do what's right and support what's right. And thank you all. God bless you all. Thank you for listening to me, and God bless America.
Please welcome Nassau County Clerk Maureen O'Connell for remarks prior to her administering the oath of office for our Town Clerk, Ragini Srivastava.
Thank you, thank you. Well, almost afternoon, but good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I have a wonderful job as your county clerk right in Mineola, and I have a wonderful job today to swear in the town clerk here in town of North Hempstead, Ragini Srivastava. Ragini, come on up. I just want to tell you how much patience this dear woman has, because when people call my office, and some of you here know, they ask for the clerk. So sometimes she'll get the call, sometimes I'll get the call, sometimes somebody from Oyster Bay or Hempstead will get a call. People really don't know how to navigate what each clerk does around the county of Nassau, and that's understandable. So in other words, we all work together, and being collegial with one another is the most important thing. And Ragini and I have that sort of relationship, and I'm very lucky and blessed, and the residents of our county are lucky as well. It's my honor to swear you in today, Ragini. Where's your family? Let's bring your family up to be with you. Yes. Can we introduce your family? Yes?
Yes.
Your husband?
My husband,
Yaron?
my son.
Hi, Yaron. Nice to see you. Congratulations. We're going to swear Ragini in. Please, Ragini, put your hand on the holy book. Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Yes.
I, Ragini Srivastava,
I, Ragini Srivastava,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States,
to support the Constitution of the United
the
States,
Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Town Clerk
of the office of the Town Clerk
in the town of North Hempstead
in the town of North Hempstead
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Patience is the one word I'm going to leave you with, because, as many of you know, clerk in this town, clerk in that town, clerk in Oyster Bay, town of Hempstead, everyone has a clerk, so it's oftentimes hard to navigate all of this, and this woman has great patience.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Maureen. You're such a role model. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I hope it's still morning, and welcome. Standing here, taking the oath for my second term, for an immigrant who came to this country with dream and desire to create and to contribute. Your faith in me, your trust in me, in electing me for the first term and re-electing me for the second term fills my heart with a profound sense of gratitude. So thank you. Thank you. I thank God. I thank my mentors. I thank my guru. I thank my dad, who is watching online. I know he is very emotional right now, but very proud. My brother, I know he is also watching online. I thank you for installing those values of hard work and compassion and kindness in me. It still helps. I thank my family, my husband Ashish. Ashish, thank you for making my dreams your dream, my passion your passion. And to Shaurya and Abhishek, thank you for being there, always being so supportive, making my coffee for me, my black coffee, and filling my water bottle. And even if I'm bursting, for staying calm and supportive. Thank you. We miss those lunches and family gatherings, but trust me, we'll celebrate. So thank you. And thank you. My deepest gratitude to Nassau County Republican Party Chairman Joe Cairo, the best coach in the world. Thank you. Thank you. And my thank you to my friends and supporters. You walked the walk with me. You knocked doors with me, and you made calls. Thank you. Thank you so much. And to my town clerk office team, my two deputies, Chris and Nishi, thank you. And thanks to all the employees, my team, for doing this amazing job every single day. Me coming up with initiatives and different programs, you rolled up your sleeves, you delivered the best for the interest of the residents of North Hempstead. So thank you. And to the wonderful residents of North Hempstead, I owe this victory to you, and I want to renew my pledge to you. I pledge to keep my office doors open for you. I pledge to keep listening to you with my heart, from my heart. And I pledge to keep working for you to deliver the best of the services for you. I believe public service is not just a title. It's a very sacred trust. And whatever decisions I made in my first term, it was guided by this belief. Whether it was bringing the services to your doorsteps, to your neighborhoods, to the local libraries, through my mobile office, through my special passport days, or modernizing the town clerk office, or coming up with extended hours for your convenience, or installing the drop box, or coming up with new programs for the safety of our seniors and our children, like senior ID and child ID. Everything I did was for you, for benefit of you, for your convenience, and I promise you, I'll keep working for you, with you. And to our North Hempstead Supervisor, Jen, thank you so much for being so supportive. We'll continue working together for the benefit of the residents of the North Hempstead town. Also, my congratulations to all the council persons who took oaths today. Yaron, congratulations. Dennis Troiano, Councilman Troiano, congratulations. Dennis Walsh, congratulations. Congratulations to all of you. Jen, congratulations. I thank each and every one of you, all the departments of this town, all the employees, all the commissioners. We work together to make North Hempstead the best town in the world. Thank you and have a wonderful day. May God bless us all, and may God bless United States of America. Thank you.
Congratulations to our elected officials. And I did want to mention legislator Scott Strauss, who I didn't introduce at the beginning. I now call upon Reverend Monsignor Thomas Moore Coogan of St. Mary's Roman Catholic Church in Manhasset for the benediction. You can remain seated.
You know, Mary Jo, this is a room full of leaders, and your gracious leading of us through the ceremony. It's amazing we're as close to on schedule as we could possibly be. Thank you for, we're ahead of schedule, okay, thank you for doing that. But also, thank you for mentioning that I'm from St. Mary's Parish in Manhasset, where my parishioners, we are so incredibly proud that Jen DeSena is our town supervisor. She's one of our fantastic parishioners, so congratulations to you and all the persons sworn in today. And very correctly, my name is Thomas Moore Coogan. I'm named after a Catholic saint, Thomas More, who happens to be the patron saint of public servants. And if you know his story, he paid a price for that. He was martyred for his clash with King Henry VIII. And there's a truth in that public service, what you all have stepped up to do, all of you, it comes with sacrifice. And we heard about that in the introductions from our fine presenters here tonight, to this afternoon, this morning, whatever time of day it still is, okay. There is sacrifice involved. And my tradition calls that kind of sacrifice that you're all making holy. So it's in that spirit that I'll lead us in our benediction. Almighty and eternal God, you are the source of all authority and the foundation of all justice. As we draw to a close this impressive swearing-in ceremony for our town of North Hempstead, we ask your blessing upon these generous women and men who have been called to serve as our town supervisor, clerk, and council members. Guide their affairs and actions in the ways of righteousness, true justice, and peace. Grant them the spirit of wisdom and knowledge so that every decision they make may promote the common good and respect the dignity of every person in our community. Give them the courage to do what is right, the strength to be faithful to their office, and the humility to listen to the voices of those most vulnerable among us. Bless also their families and loved ones whose support sustains them in this public service. May your peace reign in our streets, our homes, and our hearts. And may God bless the town of North Hempstead, and may God bless America, the land that we love. Amen.
Thank you, Monsignor Coogan. As we conclude today's ceremony, I would like to thank everyone who played a role in making this event possible. Kim Corcoran-Galante, our town staff, our honorees, Kelly Brook and the team at Harbor Links, and all who work behind the scenes to support the important work of local government. Most importantly, thank you to our residents. Your engagement, trust, and participation in the foundation of our democracy and the reason we are here today. On behalf of the town of North Hempstead, congratulations to the newly elected and inaugurated officials. We wish you success as you serve our community, and we look forward to working together to meet the challenges and opportunities ahead. I would like to end with a short poem to conclude today's ceremony. A town is more than lines upon a map. It lives in those who serve and those who care. In every promise kept and work well done, we shape tomorrow fairly, thoughtfully aware. Thank you for joining us, and I wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you.